Hello, devoted Celtic supporters. Today we are delving straight into the latest developments from our beloved club, and there is plenty to discuss after what was a roller coaster of a match day. The scenes following the recent cup clash have stirred a huge reaction, and it is worth taking a closer look at what really unfolded on and off the pitch, separating fact from the usual spin we see in mainstream reporting. While it is undeniable that a few Celtic fans breached security and entered the Broom Loan without tickets, the context of the broader disturbances is critical. Police Scotland has confirmed these incidents, and there were reports of offensive graffiti in the away section, all of which Celtic supporters should acknowledge as unacceptable. Yet, the narrative that all misbehavior was equal is far from accurate, and that is where a more careful analysis is needed. The aggressive confrontations largely originated from the Rangers supporters, many of whom pushed onto the pitch with the clear intent of targeting Celtic fans and even club staff. From their ultras to individuals in the far corners of the stadium, the hostile behavior was premeditated and dangerous. There were reports of a Celtic staff member being attacked, as well as footage showing a Rangers fan directly pursuing a Celtic player, highlighting a worrying pattern. Historically, matches at Ibrox have seen repeated incidents that spill over from one group to another, including previous confrontations with Scott Brown, Joe Hart facing projectiles in the penalty area, and Celtic physio Daniel Fiel suffering a scar from a thrown bottle. These recurring hostilities are not just isolated events. They reveal a persistent atmosphere of aggression towards Celtic players, staff, and supporters whenever we play there. It is understandable that the media and even authorities often default to framing clashes as equally to blame on both sides, but this oversimplification fails to reflect the full story. The breaches by Celtic fans, while serious, do not equate to the systematic aggression displayed by opponents in seeking out players and staff. The ongoing investigations by the Scottish Football Association and Police Scotland aim to clarify these incidents, yet statements from the clubs themselves remain limited, leaving supporters to piece together the truth from fragmented reports. From the perspective of those in the stands, it diminishes the celebration on moments like Sunday's penalty shootout, which should have been a high point of unity and triumph for the team and fans alike. Turning attention to the pitch itself, Sunday's victory was a rare high in what has been a challenging season for Celtic. The Cup success against Rangers on penalties at Ibrox provided a much-needed boost, and the drama of the shootout revealed fascinating details behind the scenes. Liam Scales shared that he was prepared to take the fifth penalty, underscoring the responsibility and calm demanded of players in these crucial moments. Even with key figures unavailable, the leadership within the squad shone through, with the support and presence of Callum McGregor in the dressing room alleviating some of the burden on the captain during tense periods. Speaking of Callum McGregor, his ongoing injury situation continues to spark discussion among supporters. Though absent from matchday squads, he remains integral to the team dynamic. Past patterns show that McGregor has faced recurring issues in the calf and Achilles region, injuries that flare up under heavy playing loads. 2 years ago, a similar setback kept him sidelined for several weeks after a midweek victory over Dundee, and last season he missed only the home derby against Rangers due to a muscular issue in the same area. This history indicates a recurring vulnerability, further emphasized by his decision to step back from international duty, allowing him to manage workload and reduce the risk of a severe injury that could keep him out for months. The emphasis on careful player management becomes vital, especially as McGregor approaches his mid-30s, given his consistent presence across nearly every minute of Celtic's fixtures. It is not just McGregor who requires attention. Injuries to players like Alistair Johnston and Callum Osmond remain a concern, with both experiencing minor setbacks despite returning to light training. Observing their recovery and reintegration will be crucial as the season approaches its final stretch, especially with a limited number of home matches remaining. The atmosphere within Celtic Park and the interactions with supporter groups, including the ongoing situation with the Green Brigade, continue to influence the experience of match days. Reports suggest that discussions aimed at reintroducing these passionate supporters have faced obstacles, despite the club's public statements emphasizing unity and inclusion. The management of these relationships remains as critical as managing player fitness and ensuring that Celtic can maintain a supportive and secure environment for everyone involved. From a tactical and transfer perspective, the squad faces a period of assessment and planning. The club is reportedly monitoring young talents like Filip Roska, a promising 19-year-old central attacking midfielder currently at Sturm Graz. Interest in such players highlights the club's ambition to inject creativity and energy into the squad, a task that becomes even more pressing given the challenges of past transfer windows. Balancing the integration of new talent while managing the workload of key players such as McGregor will be essential if Celtic is to build momentum for the next campaign. The excitement surrounding potential arrivals is tempered by a degree of apprehension, reflecting supporters' awareness of the difficulties in reconstructing a competitive team following seasons of inconsistent recruitment. On the pitch, recent events also include controversies such as disallowed goals, which have sparked debate among fans and analysts. Liam Scales' flick-on for Dyson, judged offside, remains a point of contention, with angles and camera positions providing inconclusive evidence. These moments of uncertainty, while part of football, underscore the ongoing scrutiny players face in high-pressure matches and the importance of clear officiating to preserve the integrity of the game. Meanwhile, the club continues to balance internal dynamics with external pressures, from matchday incidents to strategic planning for the squad. This season, though difficult, has provided key insights into player management, supporter engagement, and tactical adjustments, all of which will shape the approach for the remainder of the campaign and beyond. The intensity of matches, both on and off the pitch, serves as a reminder of the environment in which Celtic operates. Fans, players, and staff alike must navigate moments of triumph and adversity, from celebrated victories to challenging encounters at Ibrox and beyond. The patterns of fan behavior, whether isolated breaches or sustained aggression, demand careful attention and thoughtful reporting. Equally, the physical demands on players like McGregor and Scales illustrate the importance of rotation, recovery, and strategic squad management. These elements combine to define the season's narrative, creating a complex tapestry that extends far beyond the simple result on the scoreboard. In light of all this, the discussion surrounding the club is multifaceted. The balance between security, supporter engagement, player welfare, and squad development shapes both immediate and long-term strategies. The passion and commitment of fans are evident in their reactions, celebrations, and criticisms, reflecting the deep connection between the community and the club. Meanwhile, the team continues to demonstrate resilience, tactical awareness, and leadership, navigating injuries, controversies, and high-pressure situations with professionalism. As Celtic moves through the final fixtures of the season, the experiences of this campaign, from thrilling victories to contentious incidents, provide a foundation for reflection, adjustment, and preparation for future challenges. As we move further into the season, attention naturally shifts toward the summer and what lies ahead for Celtic. The upcoming transfer window is shaping up to be one of the most significant in recent memory, with the club needing to reinforce multiple positions while also maintaining the core of experienced players who have carried the team through the highs and lows of this campaign. The priority will undoubtedly be strengthening creativity and depth in midfield, especially with Callum McGregor's workload remaining a critical consideration. Finding players who can step in periodically without disrupting the rhythm of the team will be key to preserving his fitness and ensuring Celtic can compete on all fronts next season. The balance between developing young talent and integrating established players will require careful planning, and it will be interesting to see how the club navigates this challenge, particularly given past inconsistencies in recruitment. The excitement surrounding potential signings is tempered by a degree of caution among supporters. There is a real awareness that rebuilding a squad effectively demands more than just spending. It requires strategic scouting, patience, and an understanding of the club's identity and playing philosophy. Observing the development of young prospects, both locally and abroad, will be vital. Players like Filip Roska, a 19-year-old central attacking midfielder, represent exactly the type of talent that could inject energy and innovation into the squad. His performances at Sturm Graz have already drawn attention, and if Celtic can secure such young players while also managing the workload of existing key performers, it could mark the beginning of a more consistent and competitive era for the team. Meanwhile, the current squad continues to demonstrate remarkable resilience despite injuries and disruptions. Liam Scales' leadership during the recent Cup tie exemplifies the professionalism of the players, stepping up under pressure and maintaining composure in critical moments. Similarly, the squad has shown a capacity to adapt tactically, often relying on versatile players who can perform multiple roles as situations demand. This flexibility is particularly important given the recurring injury concerns, not only with McGregor, but also with players like Alistair Johnston and Callum Osmond. Their gradual return to training will be closely monitored, and any setbacks could influence squad rotation and tactical approaches in the closing fixtures of the season. The dynamic between the club and its supporters remains a defining feature of the Celtic experience. The ongoing situation with the Green Brigade illustrates the complexities involved in balancing safety, fan engagement, and atmosphere within Celtic Park. Despite public statements emphasizing unity and community, practical obstacles persist, and many supporters feel frustrated at the limited access for this passionate group. The dialogue between the club, supporter organizations, and advisory bodies is crucial for restoring trust and ensuring that home matches retain the vibrancy and energy that have long been hallmarks of the Celtic fan experience. The club's approach in resolving these issues will not only affect matchday atmosphere, but also influence broader perceptions of how well it values and responds to its loyal supporter base. Looking at the tactical side, the recent penalty shootout provided insight into the mental and technical preparation of the squad. Beyond the obvious drama, the shootout highlighted how the team manages pressure and responsibility, with players like Scales and others stepping up decisively. Such moments reinforce the importance of psychological resilience and trust among teammates, qualities that will be essential if the squad is to navigate the challenges of a new season. Meanwhile, the recurring discussions about disallowed goals and marginal decisions by officials continue to influence perceptions of fairness and consistency. While controversial decisions are part of football, the way these moments are analyzed and discussed can shape narratives around players, managers, and clubs alike, emphasizing the need for clear communication and transparency in officiating. The physical demands placed on the squad cannot be overstated. Players like McGregor, who consistently log nearly every minute of competitive action, demonstrate exceptional endurance and dedication. Yet this also underscores the need for careful load management. Overuse injuries in key players can have cascading effects on results and squad cohesion, highlighting the strategic importance of rotation and the integration of capable deputies. Balancing experience with emerging talent is crucial not only for the remainder of this season, but also as a foundation for sustained success. It is clear that a measured approach, combining tactical insight, fitness management, and long-term squad planning, will be central to the club's ambitions moving forward. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. The corridors beneath the stands were said to be thick white tension, the kind that hangs in the air long after the roar of the crowd fades. Word drifting out of the dressing room suggests that Celtic manager Martin O'Neill didn't hold a single word back. Voices were raised, doors closed tight, and the message delivered to the squad was, by all accounts, brutally clear. Sources close to the club whisper that O'Neill's frustration finally boiled over in the moments after the players returned inside. Those nearby claim the manager demanded an immediate reaction from his men, warning that the standards expected at a club like Celtic can't simply be spoken about. They must be shown every minute, every challenge, every run. It's understood the dressing room fell silent as the manager delivered his thoughts. One figure present reportedly described the scene as a proper dressing down, the kind that leaves boots staring at the floor and players well aware that patience has worn thin. O'Neill, known for his fierce loyalty to his squads, is also known for his fierce temper when he believes the badge hasn't been honored the way it should. Inside the club, there is now quiet speculation about how the squad will respond. Some believe such an outburst could spark a fire in the group, a reminder of the pride and expectation that comes with the green and white shirt. Others wonder if deeper issues may be simmering beneath the surface, the kind that only reveal themselves when pressure begins to mount. Publicly, the club remains calm, offering little more than the usual measured words. Yet whispers from within Lennoxtown and around Parkhead hint that something significant may have shifted behind closed doors. Whether O'Neill's explosive message becomes the turning point or merely the latest chapter in a growing storm remains the question now murmured among supporters and pundits alike. One thing, however, seems certain. The manager expects a response, and he expects it fast. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.